All right. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Oh, I know what it is. It won't share. All right, we're on. Took it a while to come on. I thought it wasn't going to for a minute. All right, we're on. We're on the air. We're fixing to do another FSX Steam flight, and we're going to leave out where we left it sitting in the hangar at Gamble City Casino Resort, and we're going to fly across these mountains over here to try to get into Aspen. Now, I ain't been to Aspen quite a while, so maybe I can find it. I got enough information on the books to, I think, to get me there. I'll be leaving here. I believe in Aspen. I believe in Gamble City. On heading of somewhere north, we'll be going into a VOR 1300. It's a high altitude, so it's 200-mile range. If I'm outside that range, I'm further away than I think I am. I might be though. I never haven't checked the range. I sure hadn't. But I'm gonna make sure we got plenty of fuel. I'm probably top off even though should have plenty already, but I may top off anyway. And we're gonna go to that VOR, and out of that VOR we'll be traveling roughly southeast, and it'll bring me into Aspen. Aspen's it's got an ILS, but it don't lead you right. There's two of them. One of them leads you up in the middle of the mountain, just drops you off nowhere. And I might bring in the runway, but I don't think it's got glide slope or nothing. I don't think. Anyway, you got to pretty well hand land it. I know that for a fact, and there it just don't work right. Anyway, we're gonna try this. In my understanding, it's been a long time since I flew at Aspen. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Aspen's altitude is 7,820 feet, and we're sitting at 9,000 now. But we're gonna climb to about 16 on account of these mountains. We're gonna head out down the runway heading till we climb out a little more, before we start trying to get across these mountains, just in case. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what we got going. We're sitting out here outside in the back of we're hiding behind here. They in there gambling, we back here shooting crap. We're not gambling though, you know how it goes. Anyway, we're finna try to get in that plane and see what we can get going. Only thing, when you click on the other screen, you got to click on this one before you have extra work. You wouldn't respond to me. Now, remember last night, if y'all watched that video, anybody did, when I got ready to leave, I accidentally turned it like over to start, and the plane went plumb crazy, and that's how the video ended. Well, I'm not going to go that far, but I stopped here inside the hangar and go to here, and then we can go around front and look at the plane sitting inside the hangar. But exactly the same hangar I was sitting in while I left last night. And let's see if we can get this thing started. Let's get back in the plane. Now be careful. First thing I'll do is push this to rich or almost. I don't think I need to be quite rich. We're at high altitude. And we're gonna turn these on this time. This should do it. Cross your fingers. Oh yeah, just fine. I didn't lock the brakes so it might roll. There we go. Now we're sitting there, let it warm up a minute. Fuel, we got plenty of fuel. We got 78 gallons. That's full. I must have crossed them fuel pumps out there and filled it up accidentally. I know I burned something getting in here. That's full. That's full there. Hands over here. Got gas hands over here, and they're sitting on full also, I think. Fuel left quantity. I think I got some gauges there overriding each other. Something ain't right about them gauges. I didn't get there and find out about that. Looks like I got two sets of gauges in that same pocket. Because what I'm reading and what I'm seeing is two different things. Anyway, 78. We ain't gonna. I think we're gonna gas up. We're not. We got plenty of gas. That is full, I do believe. So now what we're gonna do is turn the. We didn't turn the pump on to drink it, did we? I'll go ahead and turn these lights here on like this here. Temperature outside is 26 Fahrenheit. We might ought to put a little heat on this thing. Pretty cool, ain't it? We'll put a little heat on this thing in case there be any moisture out there. Now, let's get this thing out of the hangar. Let the brake go. I keep on the throttle like I did that truck, push the joystick forward. On this, we use the slide. As soon as we get outside, we're going to get behind the plane. Now here, now to find the end of a runway. We'll get it all. We don't need it all for the full plane, but this is high altitude, so we're going to get it all. I'm not going to try to take off and get that mountain, though. Enjoy it. It would be interesting. This plane might not handle it, I don't know. Most of them are in 5 planes. Yeah, I don't even fly this plane, you fly 5 planes. This is not a deep law either. It's next to it. This is a down low mountain. I've got this one. And I've got one that's got Coast Guard, I got it. Cover the same place, I think. All the same plane. Of course, reworked them and did what I wanted to do. Uh, I'll just pop them full screen now. Yes, I'll push them back and forth. I just keep on screen. We don't need them to get off the ground. We do want to set the UR up before we leave the ground. We'll fly whatever runway heading is, maybe a little bit to the left of the kind of mountain like that we're going to do in off the runway. Try to climb out of here. I'm going to use a little flap for the wedge that they want to roll it. Two flips that from like I said, at sea level I'd be using full flap just because I can. Now forgive me. Believe my mic was looking forward, but my mouth probably wasn't very loud. I'm not talking much more than a whisper. But it's plenty loud, that mic. I got a little irritation in my throat still this morning. I ain't done more grass cutting. I got through my grass cutting for now. We got probably one more cutting this year, I think. Anytime after October the 1st, you cut. My sister said, you cut your garden. She's gone now, but she said, you cut your yard. She said, I always do. On October the 1st, I'll mow my yard and put the mow away. I'm through with it, no matter what happens. They won't get tall enough to matter. If it does get a little ragged. And it's good, she had mood grass. It's good for the mood grass to seed before winter anyway. So she wants it to top off. But anyway, let's see if we can get this thing there now. Out inside the plane. The plane. Here we go. Now, we won't worry about him. Whoop, we're gonna set the radio stack. 1300 is what it is. 113. I don't always drop it one because all of them's got the one. Hard to get that where you want to just get that right there. Oh, growling. She's on the other computer. I hope she don't start no music and nothing. There we go. Let's get in there. All we gotta do is get off the ground, time to get to the end of the runway. Over that levee and slightly to the left. I'm gonna bring the autopilot up. This thing took off by itself. Let the flaps down. Whoop, wrong button. That was trimmed down. Well, let the flaps down, it'll actually trim itself down anyway. I'm gonna move over this way, over this Wakeman Mountain here, a little ways. We're gonna set this right here. Ooh, climbing too fast. Get back down. Whoop, wrong button. Back down a little bit. We're climbing too fast for this altitude now. I just want to keep a steady pull on it. But right there looks good. Now we're gonna set this right here at about 16th, 15th. Whoa, what's wrong with that blame way? Go up. About 16,000 for now. We'll turn that on. Airspeed 130, we'll turn that on. We'll slow it down just a little. 110, 115. Now we want to get the heading course over here away from that mountain a little bit first. Auto set the heading. I'll hit a button and it presets direction I'm already flying. So if I get where I want to be before I do it, all I gotta hit that button. That's supposed to be it right there. Pretty well straight out the way I was headed. We're rocking. So, alright, let's let this thing fly a little bit. What we want to do now is see if we got any signal. We have no signal at this point. One reason one of them we ain't set yet. Then they're wrong, so it got moved on me before I got it set. That's right there. Now we do have a signal. Runway heading where we're going is 120, so we'll go ahead and set that right now, just out of curiosity. We won't be flying for this anyway till we get there. I don't think. If I do, I'll change it, go back to it. 120 way down yonder. Right there. That's the direction of the runway into Aspen. Now we got an Aspen ILS. I'm gonna go ahead and set it, even though whether we use it or not, or what we do with it. It's 108.50. There's two of them, but like I say, one of them just goes off the wall. It don't want to work. I'm not sure what this one does, but I don't remember. Got moved there. 108. There we go, right there. Them two is right. Once we get over around that VOR. Now, how far is that VOR away? We need to know that, don't we? 83 miles from here to that VOR, and it is off to my right. So let's start easing around that way. The mountains ain't in the way too much. We're climbing. We started at 9,000, and we won't take long to get above. And I do know I can climb a little faster in this plane. It has been, it'll do it again. But we're gonna go to 1,000 feet per minute in this little plane. We're gonna come around here. We're coming up on 13,000 now, due to the altimeter right there. I'm gonna set the, calibrate B's and D's, calibrate everything. Like Eastern hoppers would say, B's and D's, boys and girls, B's and D's. Keep everything calibrated. Come on around. We don't want to fly the line too much because it's a long way. Let's turn it that way. I think we're about high enough. Looks like we're above these mountains here already. Let's go outside the plane a minute. We're too focused up a little too much. Right there. Now we look around the plane while it's flying. We'll bring our pop-up back up. We use them anyway. There's what we need right there. And we still need to come on back to the right a little more. Let's come on back to the right. Get that green arrow straight up and be directly to that VOR. Now we'll leave that VOR. I said north. No, north from here. From the VOR is southeast to southeast to Aspen from the VOR. That's 79 more miles to there. We're gonna come on around a little more. About another 89 degrees in. Bring that thing to the top. Turn the green arrow straight up. That's the one we're using right now. The other is just there for play like, make like, look like. I could be flying that, but I don't need to. There is a, well, like I said, that signal that's wrong. If I turn it around, lock it and fly to it, but I'm good enough. Heading boat's good enough. As long as you use that green one, you're doing it as good as you would if it's locked on. Now I've got a can of beans here. I'm gonna try to gobble down. And a cup of coffee. Not my breakfast. It might be my dinner. Maybe though she's got a big pork roast she just put on. Probably supper. But this is southern now. Dinner is midday and supper is at night. I'm not so fancy that my dinner is evening meal. It's a noon meal. I meant to go to the mailbox while I go to it for guys. I may sneak out there in a minute. Get this done. It's only a few steps to the mailbox. I forgot to go. I went outside. I think it's going to be hot out there. I had to check the weather. I figured it's going to be hot out there like what yesterday. It was hot yesterday and stuff. I took a lawnmower off my son's mower yesterday. It's been quitting on me all the last several months. Every time you go try to run, it quit. Pretty sure copper was either dirty or water in or something. So I took it off now. I didn't. Didn't get to see exactly what was in it, but when I turned it over in my hand, it was a nasty gas run out of it. So I'm gonna say there's a little water in it. That's what's killing it. I hope. But not, it's still got a problem. Now the gas tank has got a little bit of trash in it, but it's got a good filter on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to siphon stuff out of that tank all the way down before I crank it. But it's got a strainer inside the tank plus a filter. That ain't getting in the cover anyway. It could stop the strainer up, but I siphoned a little gas out of it a few months or so ago now. And it had a little flaky trash or something in it. I don't know what it was. Flaky little stuff. Just from the gas, what it is. That's not something I done. But anyway, I don't think. Gas sitting over the winter. It says the mower I'm talking about is 8 years old. I bought a new one this year to take the place of it actually. But it's still a good running mower. I just want. It's getting old enough. Anything can happen. A little trouble out of the engine, but not enough to talk about. At the moment, it's doing just fine, other than cutting off like runs out of fuel, and I believe that's what it's doing. And I took the cover off, blowed out all the jets, and cleaned the bowl, said the gaskets didn't get damaged, so I put it back together with the old gaskets. So should be in fine shape. Got everything back. Got the cover back on yesterday, it's been left a while ago. Like I say, it was expected to be hot. Cool. So I went on out there, finished putting all the frame back around the boat, got it ready back together. This is a 52-inch Husqvarna 25-foot Kohler. What we're working on. Hopefully it'll run without quitting now after I get the tank cleaned out a little bit. Probably wouldn't have to clean the tank, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Look here, I see something I ain't seen before. I might well take acknowledge it. Look at that little dam down there. What dam that is, I don't know. I'm not that familiar. We're in Colorado. Somewhere around mid Colorado. But there is a little dam down there. I had to take a look-see. This thing supposed to turn off with the wrong button. It centered it. I thought it was supposed to turn all the way around on the wrong button. Little airport right there. Looks like. Dam got the water pushed back there, and anyway. Airport back there. As far as emergency stops, there's a lot of places. Probably something happened to be where it ain't nothing but upside down. Throat a little irritating, a little growly this morning. I had to take my allergy medicine today. Tried to get by that. It looked like I might need it. Now, we are 65 miles from the VOR. This is going to be a flight from point to point, and that's it. We're using the VOR to get us there. I don't know the area enough to do a physical flight using eyesight waypoints. I don't know the area. I didn't even know that dam was there. So if I knew 2 or 3 points, I might have made this flight at our general directions. I guess at north we're doing northeast by 20 degrees. It was 17 actually. That north was just to get me within that 200-mile circle on that VOR, and I'm pretty sure that would do it. He put us outside of it. That's just a quick glance at the map. I didn't calibrate or check it. I usually take a protractor, put on the screen, and then use it to estimate degrees. But then you got to estimate where north is, because north never at the top. Only if you're around Tennessee and Oklahoma, pretty well straight up. After you get off to them 2 sides, it'll be go east, it's going to be left. If you go west is going to your right, about anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees north will on the map itself. It ain't straight up the mountain. A flat map don't work like that. And in here, now, another drink of coffee. Trying to keep that mic in there, but not get it in my food. All right, 60 miles out. Green Arrow's still pretty well aligned, so we're doing good there. We're not drifting off. Like I say, I don't know how far that EOR is from Aspen, but it's not very far. And like I say, we're going southeast off of that to get me to. I do have an ILS which I can turn on at that time. It's too far out now. But if it lines up on the airport, then I'll use it. I don't think it's got a glide slope. I remember we always had to land by hand, so I said that I might not have a glide slope. In fact, been to ILS. It shows it on the map going to the airport, but one of them don't know if either one of them does or not. They go off to one side a little bit. Got to come down that ravine to get on the airport. That much I remember. Everything looking pretty good. We're on course. We're up to 16,000. We're above everything. Like I said, the airport is 7820. And I generally come in 4,500 feet above the airport. On this plane, I say 3,000, 2,500. With 78. 10,800 would be a good place to be. At that time, providing the mountains will let you. That is it. Simple. I don't know about the rest of politics. Hard to be doing that. Let me get the mic back. I had it turned out before you probably couldn't even hear me. Anyway, trying to keep that mic out of the way so I won't be chewing on it. Miles. I don't know if anything we can do to get out and fly around this junk. Could have flew right down back there, I guess, a little bit. We lay down. But I'm flying to something crash this thing. Plateau yonder with a white spot on it. What that is. Can we get in there now without crash and look at that? Looks like just a... Is anything on GPS? Around me? It might be an airport right there on the plateau. It is. That's a 50-mile. No, it ain't. That's where we're going. That's Aspen. Ain't showing nothing out there. See, it's 35. 35's inside. 40, 50's right there. Yep. And our DME right there that we headed to. That's gonna be Aspen back this way right there. Another airport over behind there. Forget what it is. I'm gonna cut loose and go down, look around a little bit. Come back up, get back on course. Everything is off. Let's get down and look around a little bit. Sort of check out the terrain. Get down and crash on the side of this mountain. Get out of the way where I can see. We'll get back on course in a minute. There's a little dirt strip over where we're going. That's why I started to use it, but it's so hard to see. I forgot how trouble finding it. There's a difference in two views. That's so much closer and clearer. Airspeed, what the, oh, we too fast, slow this thing down. Pull the wings off of it. I listened to the sound, I wasn't really paying attention to the actual speed. Me going down like it's just gliding faster. Now we can set this thing up a little bit. We don't want to get in behind these mountains where we can't get out either. So here we done got already to, oh, look at what a hole. We go right through that hole. Yeah, we go right through this hole here. Mess around. Not seeing the throttle. Lose airspeed and falls right out of the sky. Looks pretty scenery. I like looks of that for fall. That's where I do. Fly along here to the scenery a few minutes. As long as we go in this sort of general direction, don't really matter. Still getting closer. Killing a little time, but we're doing something. Down behind that mountain now, the tall mountains over yonder. I'm still doing a whole lot of speed. This thing got all kinds of power. But somebody don't really have to worry too much about this plane having the power to get you out of a spot. I believe it's got it. I believe I've got about twice the engine supposed to be in here. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look and see. Whatever I did to this plane, I did it 10 years ago or more. So I'll probably reinstall, but I went back and found my old save files and put it back in. I've done a little checkup on it, very little. Get out here and get hung up and crashed. As sure as I'm standing here. Sitting here, whatever. Give me another one of these sausages and try to nibble on them. where my... I need that right there. Make sure I'm still moving somewhere in that general direction. Now we're getting into a place where you really get in trouble if your plane ain't powerful. Now I'm gonna get into an uphill, like a cul-de-sac, but it's uphill. If you run out of place to go and ain't got enough power to get out of it, you're in trouble. That's a better view right there for down here. And it's clear, but you can see more about what's going on distance-wise. I'm doing 120. See, we're running out of spaces to go here for us. As long as I can gain speed, there's no problem. I'm gonna head for that little nove up there. Head for that little point. Hopefully I can get up through here. I should have plenty of power. As long as I'm doing 120 and it ain't falling under, we alright. I'm not gonna stall at 120. If it goes under it, you might. I'll say ain't. You can high speed stall too, but you gotta do something besides what I'm doing here. 130. Just trying to fly along here and look at the scenery. Ain't nothing but just out back, but it's alright. Nose up, throttle up. We're losing speed. We're losing speed, people. Are we gonna make it, or we still got quite a bit to work with, though? We should make it. We still got still over 100. We should be alright. Should be alright right there. That nose back down. I went full throttle too to get out of that hole. This plane almost down on the prop. Hang on the prop. Back down the ravine again. We had somebody join us. One of us working multiplayer. Somebody joined. That showed us still working. Two, yeah, one. He's been in before too, a long time ago, I do believe. I don't stay on enough no more. I used to, I kept one up 24/7, but I don't no more. Don't have. I was doing it for a group. The group's no longer there, so it's just me and whoever joins. I don't know. I don't have my team speak up either. I do have it broadcasted. That's something I need to do. Where's it located? Right there. Let's see if we get that up. It's gonna come up on the screen for a minute, probably. That's alright. Get it up now. I get myself in it. So if somebody comes in, we'll be able to know it. Alright, I'm in the lobby of the... Now, we get myself back, get my screen selected again. If it ain't selected, it won't, sound won't work, nothing work right. Go up into here. We're getting away from our direction where we're going. That green arrow's still where we gotta go. And that's still the distance we like being there. Come on, get over the top of the hill. Little ravine here. Go down here, it's the right direction here. Let's go this way. Throttle off, we're going down. Let's glide down into here. Now, I don't have my voice channel set up in simulator. I might hear him, I might not if he says something. But if he types, we'll see it right there if I look. As long as he stays off of my plane, we're happy. That's the only thing I don't allow people to fly through my plane. I'll kick him out in a minute. They fly all around me. Just don't fly through my plane on purpose. Accidents happen. If it goes once, that's an accident. Second time, that was on purpose. At that point, you're looking for a home. The way I see it, I got her idled all the way down, going down fast enough that it's keeping holding speed. We quick start leveling off here at the bottom of this ravine. Where are we? All right, it's almost straight in front of us now. We still got to follow this ravine though. We just outside seeing. We're gonna head up to Aspen here in a minute. We're only 22 miles. We're still moving that way. All right, we're losing speed. We got under one. We don't want to get under about 120. Hold this airspeed, this altitude. Go through the ravine right there, up at one to the left, which is the right direction. It's full of coffee. All right, there he is right there. He's in a Boeing 737. If he comes down here, he's in trouble. Not by me. These mountains do all of it for me. Unless he got the crasher turned off. I don't have real crasher turned on myself. Especially aircraft crash. Because people crash you on purpose. I'm not doing that. I keep that turned off so they can't do that. If I hit the ground, it'll crash, but it may just sit there on the ground. It won't really kick me out of that. I don't think. I don't remember. Anyway, we're still in this ravine going down through here. If we go far enough like this, we'll get to where we're going without being that high, won't we? How high are we? We're still at 10,000 feet. He decided that's all he wanted to that. Either that or the game kicked him. I don't know which. I didn't kick him. Sometimes the server won't stick. I don't know. But as long as I actually use mine, I don't know how dependable it is. I don't know all doing flying. I've got it up to come in fine, but don't still fine. You type in a message or nothing. If he tried to talk, I didn't hear him because I got the voice turned off in here. But I have heard people talk, even though I got it turned off a little bit. If I use the radio, I think they come through. We're down to under 120 again. 17 miles. About time for us to get back on track. We had a RPM or airspeed indicator here. I can put one up here, but I don't have one. It's nice to know how much fast you're actually flying outside the plane, because that's where you get in trouble, not knowing. Where we at here? Flying like it would make cross S before we get there. Come think of it. Alright. Let's see if we can get this thing back on track. Where's the airport? Let's go on the top of the airport and see what we think about it. It favors Aspen real bad, don't it? With that little airstrip I turned in front of it. I about halfway think that's Aspen. Even though I'm not there on my 20 miles to the VOR, but the VOR is not at the airport. I'm gonna say that's Aspen right there. Where we actually hit it, even though it's not. I got there accidentally. Coming through these little ravines. Looks a little bit wide valley here for Aspen, but it's laid out like Aspen exactly. back because the runway is not quite 120. That may not be it. I believe that's it though. The terrain here at the end don't look right. It's got that valley there, but it don't have that other ridge so close. It's gonna be real close to a high ridge. I think, and that don't look like it. We'll know in a minute. I can pull up GPS and look, but that's going out here to the VOR, which coming back this direction is what it is. So. Miles, that's probably going to be it very easily. This looks a little different than a jet too. Big tube liner. It looks really crowded. Alright, our VOR is right over here. 10 miles. Northeast, right back where we came from, more or less. Oh yeah, we got a, I forgot, we got a ILS here. It is on. And it's got a, it don't have a DME. So it don't tell you how far you are from it. But it does tell you where they're at. Probably the airport we just come across, to be honest with you. Now we've got to have this over here to get DME to the VOR. I'm gonna go to the VOR and start back. Southeast, which is roughly where that airport was. I didn't get no direction southeast, just southeast. But all I gotta do now is get in line with that ILS, and it'll get me there. It'll give me to wherever it wants me, whether it's right or wrong. At that point, I should be able to pick it out and land. But I turn 4 miles out is all we are, though. I wanted to go all the way to it. But the runway is over that way, so I've got to go west to get to the runway heading. To line the runway beam. Three miles. We're on top of this mountain up here where the VOR is going to be sitting. Might even see it if you look for it. 2.7 miles straight in front of us. A little to the left. Get up over top of that mountain now. You better not be high enough where you're going. 1.8. We're on top of this mountain up here, maybe a little bit to my right. When it turns around, we just crossed it, whether you see it or not. Back over this way a little, we're getting off. 8/10, it's fixing to turn around on us. Should be right here under somewhere. I don't see it, but it should be. We just crossed it. I didn't see it. Alright, let's head to that runway heading. We're about 11-12 miles away. It looked if that was asphalt. I'm pretty sure it was, to be honest with you. I'm gonna hit about 240 here. If I lose, I'll have to double back a little. Distance out, don't have a DME on it, so I don't know. 240 a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and set this right here. Slow this down. I was running. Oh, altitude. Where are we? Try to find what altitude we at. down, 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 down. That's wrong. We gotta go up. It's gotta be balanced. Where we at? We should be around 10,000. Anytime now we should hit the, there it is right there. Zero, right there we level. Now we can drop off a little bit. Is it locked? Or have I just, oh, I've turned it all the way around. Didn't really mean turn quite that far around. I'll go over here toward this. I don't have the heading bug set. That's what the problem is. Thought it did. Now go back over this way. Straight across the runway till we find it. That way we don't get closer to it much. I can use this here now. I won't have no mileage. It's behind us anyway, so let's use this. There shows you where the airport is. That means I gotta, don't go to that till I get in line. Put a little flaps down. 2 layers be alright. 100 knots be alright. Sorry for now. Now we're going crossways the runway and not getting too much closer. Come back over this way a little more. Runway heading 120. ILS should carry right into it, but it's going to be, I've got to get myself down to 8,700 feet. We have no glasses up where it'd be up. I'm pretty sure I do already do that. When that locks on, it'll turn itself. If it goes in the mountains, I'll go back up. I don't think it's that far over. Might be. Don't wait yet. The green arrow got a line with the yellow one on the other. Two different indicators. Not the one with the same screen. When the green arrow on the right hits 120, will it be already turned or turning? Not that much above the ground, so we can't really come down a lot right phone. I'm gonna come down 5. I might whoa. What was I on? 14? 11. Oh, whatever. Alright, we'll come down to 11. Try that. See if we get involved with the ground or stay above it. The airport right yonder. But this ILS is going to be crazy. I don't think it's going to go to it. Well, the turns is going to be about that direction. I know one of them don't do it, and I don't remember. One of them goes up the middle, don't worry, just drops you off. No airport up there. Just leveled off, I do believe. Hear the engine change. We're not far away from turn mark. Maybe we stay out of the mountains yonder. Anytime now. The top, the yellow arrow on the left should start to move. The bar should start to move. As soon as it does, it'll lock on. Almost as soon as it does. Now, if we get much closer to the mountains, I'm going to go back up a little. Here we go. making a turn. Now I can slow down now to about 90. But I can come down as long as the rules let me. I got 98 where I can't go below 78. 78 where I can't go below. I do need to get down. It's quite a bit high. As long as it'll let me. I'll try to get down to 10, see what happens. But this might not go where, like I say, where I think it should. The arrow on the map showed it going to it, but if I remember correctly, it don't. It should be where we can actually see it at that point. I was seeing our airport on a while ago. There's one from the restaurant, two in that valley. About where we headed. Let's get this thing down some more. $85. We'll get down pretty quick. Wrong way. Bring her down pretty quick. There's a bumps out there we gotta watch. I think it may be the airport restaurant that opened restaurant. You know, take over and fly over the top of this stuff when I get there. If I'm too low, I'll just take over. Try to look at to my left yet on that indicator. We may get so low we losing these mountains too. We already below mountains, I do believe. I believe we're too low already. Get any lower, we're gonna be in trouble. Pick up throttle. Pick up throttle. Just in case, look how these mountains give a little more RPMs. Back to 90, be alright now, throttled up. We're alright here. Where is the airport? I believe it we flew over a while ago, we really do. And I don't believe this is taking me straight to it. Well, over that hole or something, might be it right in that hole I was looking at a while ago. If that's the airport, it's probably it. I don't see no airport there. See, it's not showing me no airport, it's taking me to nowhere. And this is supposed to be to it, but if I remember correctly, it really don't go to it. But the airport right there on my left, and I believe that's it. Pretty sure that's it. Let me go right here, get a little more. See right there? Right there on my left there? That's it. Let's get this plane in control of us. Us in control of the plane. Whoop, that came back on. I want that off. I want that right there off. Now I'm in charge. Oh yeah, I see it right there. We see where we at. This ILS. I knew it was crazy. I remember that. I remember it being crazy. We found it though. That's it, but that's where we come across a while ago. But it ain't that I didn't know. I just wanted to go to my VOR and track it back and see what happens. So ILS says, fixed to drop me off up in the middle of these mountains with no airport, what it's fixing to do. Gotta get down behind these mountains now. See this little ravine I was talking about right here we gotta get into. Past this mountain right up that road. Well, we can mess around and miss the airport now, can we? Be too close. Right up this road somewhere. There it is, see how close we are? We'll go full flaps so we get on drag. We We need the drag. Plenty of runway though. Easy does it right there. Flaps up. And we made it to Aspen. We flew a little 30 minutes ago, but that's all right. I knew it was it. At the same time, I wanted to go all the way to my marker. If I'd come in at any different angle, I wouldn't have flew right across the top of it. If I stayed on that marker, I might not have flew across the top of it. And not no sign down here saying this is your airport. You got to recognize it, which I done seen a long time ago enough that I remember. All right. We can park this thing out here somewhere. Call it a flight from here to there. I don't think I renamed all that. Started to. I do it every time I take off without renaming my flight. May still be a truck. But we fix to change that and download it for a vehicle for YouTube. Alright, right on that right there. Right there. That's good right there. Park brake. Inside the plane. Get rid of all this stuff laying the floorboard here we're looking at. That's supposed to go away when I hit that button too, but it ain't doing it. Wrong button for you. Alright. That's it. Now we shut the. I run them. I landed light taxi lights all the way. At least we had them when we landed, but didn't we? Bring us over to here. And we do not want to bring it back over. Mm-mm. We know better than that. Oh, I didn't need a screenshot either, but just took one. All right. Look around Aspen right quick. And that's it. Okay, that's Town Dog. It's gonna be a flight for the day from Gamble City to Aspen, Colorado. And a little scenery through the mountains. Catch y'all later. I'm gone.